Right, here we go. The latest vlog. Hey, yeah, how's it all going? Hope you're all well. Well, the week off didn't go according to plan. Obviously, as you know, I get 6 days off in between chemo. And that's the time when I try and build myself up, eat as much stuff, fattening stuff, drink as much as I can. Basically do all the things that I can try and get away with while my appetite's back. Unfortunately, I had the Chinese on Monday, and it didn't agree with me. These are the things that happen because Tuesday and Wednesday evening, Tuesday afternoon, started off all feeling sick, queasy, the usual thing with the food poisoning, running the toilet, vomiting. Now, certain things that you forget when you're on chemo is that your immune system is rock bottom, so normally any of these viruses that don't normally affect you can take hold. And like I say, normally if you pick up a stomach bug, they're gone within 24 hours. This lasted into, I had to go for my bloods Wednesday morning for really whacked up on anti-sickness and everything when I went for my bloods. Imodium, taking the strong Imodium, the strong anti-diarrhea tablets they give you, which stopped it all. To be fair, it stopped it all. When I got my bloods done, panicking then, I thought, oh, I'm not going to go for my chemo tomorrow. I need my last dose. Desperate for this last dose to be done. And my cancer nurse rang me in the afternoon. Funny enough, my dad's funeral Wednesday as well. So she rang me just before we were going to get ready for my dad's funeral. So it was a busy day Wednesday. She told me my white blood cells, kidneys, everything were all functioning fine. I told her about what been going on the previous 2 days. Could have been stress at the funeral as well, which was mentioned. But also, yeah, these things happen. You're still going to get a cold. You're still going to get viruses. You're still going to pick up things. And like I say, it caught me out on the day, the week where I really wanted to build myself up. It just didn't happen. But as you know, my third cycle, I didn't feel ready. Definitely didn't feel ready for this cycle. Because I've been getting such large doses, my first 3 cycles, doing really well proper. I didn't have to do anything with my doses and all that. Because of the pins and needles in my fingers and my toes, because I had that much wiggle room now with the doses that I've had, they just said, well, basically, I don't know, obviously most people who know me know I'm a bus driver. So because I drive for a living, they were just worried about the pins and needles, the tingling lasting the 2 weeks. They elapsed after the 2 weeks, but it does. They are there. They come for 5 minutes and leave me in the coldness and that. So because I have plenty of wiggle room and it didn't affect my treatments, they moved me. It's the drip that causes the pins and needles. Excuse me. And I had a bit of wiggle room there. Excuse me. Sorry. Hazard of chemo. Yeah. So my cancer nurse decided that just to move it down. It was only not a big amount. It was only like 50 mils, which is nothing. She said it's nothing. 50 mils. It's just a little bit of a precaution that because the pins and needles can become permanent. But because I had that much in the locker, as they say, and I look backing me up, I was allowed to do that. I'm on my same dose of chemo tablets that I come home with. Like I say, I start to struggle with them, as you know, after having it that fact. And it's my last dose was administered on Thursday. Big relief to get it. Big relief to get to that stage. Because anything can happen from first dose to fourth dose. Things can go wrong in your body. Your body doesn't react well to and all that. I've been very fortunate, I think, from one of the people that have started with me and things like that. And they've struggled. They've had certain problems and I haven't. And well, the problems I've had, obviously, you don't see me on the bad days because I don't see the point in showing you the bad days because I'm not interested in the people that want to watch people feeling sick and things like that and seeing if they're going to keel over and struggle and all that. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see the bad days. You need to see the good days that come in between the bad days. That's what this was all about. Keeping you in the bad days, keeping the good days, and showing that you'll have the bad days. But the next day, or even that afternoon, if you get up and you feel lousy, like I say, you know my routine. When I feel lousy, I get washed and changed. I give myself a little goal during the day. It could be a small goal, depending on how I feel. It could be a big one. But yeah, it's not about that. It's about getting up and doing what you can and getting through it. And it's not easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It hasn't been easy. I was dreading going Thursday morning because I thought, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know the bad days are coming. You know the good days. But you've got to end target. You've got to end goal, and that's what it's about. Have your bad moments. Seize the good moments when you got them. And the good thing is, you get to do this. What I'm about to show you. What's ringing now? Now, as you've just seen, that is basically that's the end goal for everyone. That's it. There's something that you read before you do what I've just done, and when your family are there and all the staff are there, it's humbling. It's proper humbling what people do for you. Proper humbling. But yeah, like I say, that's the goal. That's what you want to go to. The bit before that you do it, you read something, and the reason I'm not going to show it, or I'm not going to tell you show what I said, or show it on the screen, is that it's personal. So it'll have a personal effect on each person, and when you read it, you'll understand what I'm about to say. Why I've just done what I've done. The Lilac Centre in St Helens, the Clatterbridge Lilac Centre, they've looked after me no end. There was nothing they couldn't do for me. The support you get, everything. The minute you're there, the phone calls you get, everything. The support is unbelievable. I never named them right the way through, because obviously I've named them now because they deserve it. They deserve to be for what they did. So I've got just only 2 weeks of tablets. It's going to be then after the tablets. I've noticed my recuperation week isn't good. So it'll be 2, possibly 3 weeks before I start to feel a little bit better. I've been told it takes 3 months to get past everything that the chemotherapy does to you. So from the 3 weeks now that I've got now, from it's Saturday today, obviously it's Easter weekend, so from the 3 weeks now, so that'll take me to May. They're saying 3 months. I've now got my own goals now, so my 3 months of where the effects will come back. I'll feel queasy. I've got no immune system at the moment. My immune system is non-existent now, so it won't start building back up until I finish my tablets, and it'll start to build itself up more or less a couple of days after me finishing them tablets. Hopefully that'll take it's speedy, but it's not going to be instant, so I've got to allow for that. I've got to go for a 5th COVID jab now, which is I got my text message the other day for a 5th COVID jab. So I think definitely think that's going to be an annual thing anyway. But yeah, someone can need, so I'm gonna have to just go on the guidelines and go with that one, because obviously working in the public sector, there's a good chance I could pick someone up, because my immune system is going to be rather low for a while. Yeah, so the 3 months isn't something obviously I'm going to expect, but my goal now is to get over the next 3 weeks, and then from then hopefully I'm going to try and go back to work in 6 weeks time after that. So if I get to May, to be honest, I did ask my bosses could I go back to work when my chemo finishes, and he said no, you're not allowed to come back to work till a minimum of 4 weeks after your chemo. So I was a bit miffed, because obviously things need to be done. But yeah, so that'll be 4 weeks. So if I can get back to work within 6 weeks so from May, so I'm looking at mid-June, second week in June, if I can get back to work by the second week of June, it's Easter now, so that gives me 3 weeks to get the rest of this treatment gone. 6 weeks to recuperate to get myself back to get back to work, and then once I get back into work, get my routine going, and then it's going to be 5 years. Then I'm enrolled in a program, so you're going to be seeing these vlogs for a while because I'll keep you informed about what the enrollment is with the program. I'll go for a workshop where they talks to me about what's gone on. We're in a group of people. They tell us what to look out for, things to plan for the next 5 years. Hopefully it doesn't come back. That's not even an option. We're not even considering that. My nausea, as you've seen before, the bulk and feeling sick has come back. I'm going to be like that for, speaking of the devil, I'm going to be like that for about 2 weeks, I think. I'm going to be tired. I'm starting to feel tired. My appetite started to disappear today. I was okay yesterday, funny enough. I didn't eat it all, but Good Friday is a hungry day anyway, because you have fish and you're having boiled potatoes and vegetables and that, but you can't eat your usual crap. I'm surrounded by Easter eggs, which, as a sugar bunny, I can't go near them because my appetite's disappearing. I really do miss cold drinks. I went to the fridge before and you forget, and I poured myself fresh orange juice, and I normally leave it to go a little bit to room temperature, but I didn't this time. I took a drink of it and straight away tingles in my mouth, my lips, tingles in my throat starts going. I'll take a warm drink straight away. See, even when you're brushing your teeth, you got to be careful of cold water. There's all sorts of things, like I put warm water in my mouthwash. There's all sorts of mad things. You know what I've been doing? I've just took my chemo tablet before. I do struggle with the donkey tablets. I'm wiggling my feet. I do the mouthwash thing before. I'm drinking Coke. I've acted the Coke. I'm letting it fizz in my mouth and swallowing as soon as it fizzes. Yeah, so it's all positive. It's all good. But I take the positives when I can, because obviously it's not been an easy ride. I've had a few issues to deal with over the course from being diagnosed, a few family issues and things like that. But these can come anytime, and there's nothing. It's not about how you. I think it's how you deal with it, because you're dealing with what's going with you, and then you're dealing with other things that normally you just deal with without what you're dealing with now. And what you're dealing with now is life changing. It's proper life changing. It changes your outlook on everything. It makes you. It makes you that when you, like, I start to look at people now, and you know they've got problems. You see people and they've got their own world and their own problem. Okay, a lot of people are selfish and they take it out on people, but I'm one of the, like I say, you try and look at things with their own problems, and that's why I've done this as well, because obviously my family have been proper supportive with me through this. Proper, if I done this because I've come across people who are doing this on their own. You're doing this on your own, and I tell you what, and the pitfalls you're going through this daily. Like, at least there's things like when I'm having a bad day, my family will support me, but the thing is that if you're doing this on your own, you've got no one to talk to. I'll tell you what, if you've got no one to talk to, feel free to message me, feel free to speak to me, because I'll talk to you, because I know when you know what's going on, you know. When you deal with this, you know what people are dealing with. But I'll tell you what, that's what this was for. This was to help other people, and I'm coming to the end of my treatment now. I've got 1 week and 5 days of chemo tablets. Well, 5.5 days, because I've got tonight's dose. Then I've got a week of obviously trying to get past that, and then it's me recuperation, and I will recuperate, and I will get through this. And I've as you know, I've got a couple of goals. I haven't done my big kite yet. That's definitely going to get done. I'm a bit worried about that now, because I want to get back to work too soon. I don't want nothing to go wrong on it, you know what I mean? Because I tell you what, last thing I want to do is be on the sick for a broken leg. But yeah, it's been like I say, the end goal. Like I say, I knew about the end goal. I wasn't going to do the bell, because I didn't want to. I just wanted to slip off into the thing, which is my normal thing, where I'll just slip off, and I've done what I needed to do, and I'll say me thank yous, and I'll slip off. But the bell is important to the staff as it is to your own family. Like, when I see my family's face, you know what I mean? It's like a relief. It's like a relief for them. And another thing, when I shaved my arms 6 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago when I shaved it, it only started growing back in my week off. I started growing back. Both sides are shaved because obviously for the cannulas to go in all in the sticky tape. But it only started to grow back my week off and it stopped growing again now. But the funny thing is my facial hair's been growing. But I think when I shaved that off, that grows back. But my arms and like I say, my hair on my head's growing back. But it's mad. It's like the hair on my arms didn't grow back. So like I say, it's just crazy things that you notice. But yeah, we've got with this turned out to be a long one because I haven't done one for a while. But yeah, I'm feeling okay today. That's why I've done it. Obviously, you've seen me bald a couple of times. I don't want to see you if I'm going to be sick. I don't want you to see that. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got through that. Now this is the end game. Now this is where we get to the end of it, and this is where when I get to the end of it, you're going to see what I get up to afterwards. I'm going to show you everything, anything to do with this that relates to this now. When I go to hospital and all that, I will show you. I will update the blogs, and I'll do more vlogs now over the next coming weeks anyway, because obviously you want to know what I'm getting up to, how I'm recuperating, how I'm adjusting. Mentally I'm strong. Mentally I'm very strong. When it's obviously when I talk about my family or certain things like I said before, it's easy to talk to strangers, but it's not easy to talk to your own family sometimes. And you can say things easily to other people which you can't really say to your family. And this is another thing why I've done it, because like I say, there's people need to talk. Everyone needs to talk when you're going through this. Yeah, so I want to get me up water while I'm in. My arm is actually physically killing today. But yeah, but it's not as bad as you say. But on the day of the chemo, it was really sore. So yeah, you've seen what this week's brought. I had a horrendous start to the week. Got to Thursday, had my mum with got me dose. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. The days I'm gonna. I know the next 2 weeks is gonna be bad days. Don't really care. I'm at the end now. We're at the end, and if you're close to your end, and you've been through your end, or you're starting it, just watch what I done. Just watch what I've done. If you may get you may get, it may hit you harder, it may hit you milder, but I think a positive mind has helped. I'm being positive. You've got to be positive because you know. I'm telling you now. You know you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you think, "Oh, I've got to do this again. I've got to." Everyone does, but then it passes, and then you get on to the fact that you're having a good day. You're having a good couple of hours. You can watch the telly. You can go for a walk. You can go driving. You can start a phone. You can go to the shops. As long as you play by the guidelines of what you're told. Try and do something when you're feeling well. Just try and do something. Just don't mope around when you're feeling well. Don't try not to feel sorry for yourself, because it's a slippery path, that one, to feel sorry for yourself. And it's something that I'm trying. I hope that I'm putting across that I don't show. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't even feel. I don't know. I say I haven't. I accepted it. I accepted what was going on, and you say you accept it. You go on. I took it in stages. I didn't know, and I knew chemo was a possibility, and I took my operation, everything in stages, and I'm taking the next step now. And each chemo cycle was a cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next step is recuperation, and they're just steps that we take to get back to full fitness, and then so we never see this thing again, and we never have to go through this again. So once again, wait till the next one. Big smile. Hopefully I can get out with the kite. I can get out with a few other things. You know what? I bought my wife a lean-to greenhouse. It got delivered the other day, and I'm hoping to put that up over in the next couple of weeks as well. I'm just trying to do that. You know, I put a fence up and everything. So when I have good days, I have good days, and I make sure they're good days. But believe me, I do sleep afterwards as well. But yeah, so let's get on with this. Let's plod on. We can, like I say, everyone can do what they're doing. Plod through it. You know you're going to do it, and get to that end point, and yeah, move on. And it's a big smile, and it's a proper big smile, because this is all the good news. This. Now look after yourselves. I'll see you soon.